Welcome back, everyone, to another episode of the Ville Chillin' Podcast, part of the Ville and ENT Network. My name's Aaron.
My name's Jack.
We have a short, sweet show today. How was your weekend?
Yeah, we had a great weekend. Me and the family, we went to Bernheim Forest, I think it's called.
Bernheim, yeah.
Really nice state park here. We got to see the giants, the little giant statues. Have you heard of them?
Yeah, I've seen pictures. I haven't had a chance to actually visit them. Are they actually giant?
They're pretty big. I would say they're probably, I think they said they're like 10, 15 feet high up. And it's created by an artist named, I think he's a Swedish artist? Danish artist. Thomas Danbo is his name?
Yes. Yeah. Looking at the Bernheim.org/forest giants. Bernheim welcomed Danish artist Thomas Danbo.
It was awesome though. We definitely, when you get a chance, you want to check it out, bro.
Yeah, I'd love to take my daughter. I'm sure she'd love it. There's very few things and places on Earth that really add a level of mysticism to a kid's view, and seeing things like that, and it's really just makes them go wow. So, and 3-year-olds love going wow.
Oh, definitely, dude. That's looking at that through the eyes of a child. I'm sure it's gonna be amazing for her.
Yeah.
How about you, bro? What'd you do last weekend?
So I went to Frank's Meat and Produce on Preston. They're pretty much my go-to for any kind of barbecue type meats or steaks if I'm wanting to spend a little extra for a good quality steak. So this weekend I picked up a 9-pound pork butt and smoked it for 12 hours on Friday. Turned out really, really good. I'll have to throw a picture up in here or something, but it was awesome. And then while I was there, throwback to last week's show, I picked up some more Paradise Peppers Are Paradise sauces. I got the Scarlet Stinger, and the wife made me do it. So the wife made me do it is basically the same base as the Ghost, but it uses much more mild peppers because his wife wanted a sauce that didn't destroy her mouth but still had the fruits and stuff in it.
I like it.
So that's why I called it My Wife Made Me Do It. And then the Scarlet Stinger still has like the same fruit base, I think, but it actually has Ghost, Scorpion, and Reaper pepper in it. So I haven't had a chance to try either of them yet. I'll have to report back next week. Nice. But they have plenty left, so if anybody's looking for just some good local hot sauces and needs to pick up any kind of meat, from ribs to hams to steaks to ground beef, I mean, Frank's is good and it's always fresh.
Will you got any plans whenever you try it out? What you're gonna try it out on first?
Not yet. I don't know. Probably just some chicken, or pizza. Those are usually some good bases. Right. As far as chicken goes, though, I grilled some wings over the weekend too, and made some honey chipotle sauce and some mango habanero sauce. So those turned out pretty good. Little tweaking probably on them, but I have a lot left. I'll have to bring this up because I won't be able to use it. Because when they're fresh made like that, they don't last as long. So
yeah, we're ready. Yeah, that sounds awesome. How'd you you said habanero,
mango habanero. Yeah, so I blended up I actually used the jalapeno too to keep the spice a little more mild, and then just a small habanero, some fresh mangoes, some like syrup, brown sugar, basically puree up all the vegetables, I think garlic clove, puree all that in a blender, and then basically add it to the stove to some brown sugar and water mixture that's just boiling, create kind of a sweet base, and then just mix it all in. And it's really easy. It only takes like 5 or 10 minutes, and
Sounds really good.
it was pretty good. And then I made a honey chipotle sauce, which is pretty much, those canned chipotle peppers that come in adobo sauce.
Yeah.
They're in like the World Foods aisles and stuff with all the Mexican rices and stuff. Basically take 3 or 4 of those peppers out of that can, a couple tablespoons of the adobo sauce, put it in a blender, throw in some honey, some soy sauce, some lime juice, and just blend it all up, and you have honey chipotle sauce. So it's not exactly like, that one I picked up from Chili's. Chili's has a sauce that's honey chipotle, and it's really good, and it's not quite the same, but still it's.
I'm glad I ate before the show because it sounded amazing. All our viewers at home right now, I know that they're wanting to get something to eat after that because that is amazing sounding.
It's kind of a pain for anyone or all of us, I guess, when we have busy lives to stop and cook, but it's worth it sometimes. It's, the quality of what you get is unparalleled for the price. 'Cause, that whole 9-pound pork butt was like $30. And yeah, some fat and moisture cooks out, but overall you have 5 or 6 pounds of meat or more for $30. Whereas if you go to like a barbecue restaurant, you're paying 15 to 20 per pound. So
right, and that was at Frank's, right? That was at Frank's.
That's where I picked it up. Now I don't know how often those prices change or anything, but it's just
they're always very fair though in their prices.
Oh yeah,
they're always good quality.
Yeah, and they'll work with you on stuff too. They're just really good peoples up there, and they have a lot of good vegetables too. I've got corn from there, corn on the cob, and grilled it up, and it turned out it was just really fresh corn. It was so nice and vibrant. Some of the stuff you get in some stores has been sitting at the bottom of barrels for a while, and I swear their stuff is just so fresh.
I've bought it at the grocery before, corn that was already spoiled. I had to toss it the same day almost, so.
Yeah. And frozen corn just doesn't have the same, like, texture even, or flavor, it's just good to get it fresh. So, yeah, Frank's is awesome. Shout out Frank's.
Another thing, kind of off subject, but Van Gogh exhibit. It's been in town. Have you heard anything about it?
I haven't heard anything. I've seen pictures and stuff, of course, and I think I've had some friends on Facebook go, but I haven't been. It'd be awesome. I think it looks really cool. When I first saw it, I wanted to go. It's just don't have the time or means or anything. Got too much going on right now.
Right, but if you do have the time, somebody definitely want to check it out. It's a pretty good experience from everyone I've seen. It goes into the life of the artist and kind of some of his difficulties, like with mental illness and stuff. So it's just really cool. My friend said they went there just to kind of see that and kind of connect with artists on that level.
Yeah, from all the advertisements and everything, it looked just different than anything that would have seen up to this point. It's not your typical art exhibit, like you said. It's not just paintings on a wall or.
Kind of reminds me of 21C.
I have no idea what that is.
It's a museum.
Okay.
It's the only 5-star hotel in Kentucky, and it's right downtown Louisville. You'll be able to recognize it because there's usually a limousine with a limestone. It's like engraved with limestones, I think, or something. Or I don't even know exactly what that is, but there's a free. It's a hotel, bar, restaurant, and there's a free museum
Gotcha.
in there as well. And there's a room where there's a bunch of fluorescent, trippy, like psychedelic things on the wall, right? With black lights, fluorescent.
Okay.
And it definitely has that feel. It kind of, whenever I was looking at the videos of the Van Gogh exhibit, it kind of reminded me of that. So, to any of our viewers that don't have the money or the funds to check out the Van Gogh exhibit, because it is a little pricey, but it's definitely worth it. Check out 21C. In the basement, there's an awesome art museum, and you'll be able to get some of the same kind of that same immersive kind of feeling from that as well.
Awesome, man.
Have you checked out any of the exhibits here lately?
No. Kind of waiting on my daughter to get a little bit older, to where she can appreciate that kind of stuff, because that makes it difficult with her only being 3. We're mostly going to like the zoo.
Oh,
Yeah,
definitely.
but
Yes.
the zoo's still an awesome place. They have a lot of awesome events that go on too. I wanted to take her to the lantern thing, but never got a chance, and I think it's over or ending very soon. I'm not 100% sure.
The lanterns?
Mm-hmm.
What's that?
The lantern glow at the zoo. So, their normal hours are to like 5, and then starting at like 6 p.m., they would start letting people in, and they had the lantern glow around the whole zoo for a can't remember what the theme was exactly, but I mean, it was kind of cool because even just going during the day, you still saw all the lanterns set up. They don't take them down, of course, but at night they would light them up, and you got to see some of the exhibits at night. So I wanted to take her, but never got a chance. It would have been cool though.
Do you think she's that'd be really neat? I wish I definitely want to take time to check that out. Do you think she's old enough for the science fair? I'm sorry, the science museum.
The science museum. That's been on my mind. I think so, because they have a section for younger kids anyways, and then I mean, I have fun in that place, so
Right.
it's fun. It's truly fun for all ages.
Man, I know. As a grown man, I've had been pulled out of that place before. Okay, it's a good time.
Come on, gotta keep going. Oh, so I just pulled up the zoo's website to see if there was anything about the lanterns, and I think it is closed. But scroll down. Apparently, they have brew at the zoo and wine too on August 27th.
Okay, so you can get drunk with the zebra.
From
sounds like
5:30 to 9:30. Up 21 and over events. So if anyone wants to, I guess, sample some beers and wines, then hang out with some animals.
And if somebody frees the polar bears on that night, we know why.
I'm sitting here thinking, man, like they're gonna close off the lion exhibits and stuff, right? Because there's gonna be that one person. Nah, that just sounds interesting. I mean, they got to do what they can for fundraising, and that's gonna draw a crowd. So at least they do say no kids allowed, so kids will not be able to sneak any alcohol or anything, and no parents will be responsible for their children at the event. So that's cool of them to at least limit it to that, because you see some like brew gardens in places or beer gardens at events, and kids are running around. You see the little teenagers picking up the half empty cups. You know what I mean? Like, come on.
And then you wonder why Tima fell in the zebra pit,
Right.
because
that
was drunk.
Oh man, that is cool though. So the zoo is always a good place, and like you said, the science center, I definitely want to try to get her into that. One awesome place that we haven't gone to this year, but went to, and I guess it's technically in Kentucky, is the Newport Aquarium. So it's right there on the edge of Cincinnati and Newport, Kentucky.
Okay, yeah.
It's like 2 hours away, but it's really awesome. We took her when she was like 1, and she wasn't as engaged, of course, but now she'd love it. Just haven't been able to make the trip, but I want to soon.
Yeah, it's definitely worth it if you can make it.
So
but yeah, that's definitely the closest aquarium. I wish we had one closer, but yeah, if you can make a trip to there.
Yeah, I think after that, the closest is in like Tennessee.
I know they have one, the Ripley's Aquarium in Tennessee, and they might have another one. Those are nice, definitely, if you can make it out there.
All right. So now that we've covered random places and events all around the city and the state, did you see the latest news about the Hillbillies?
What's going on with them?
They just crossed 1 million plays on one of their songs, "Whiskey."
Okay.
Yeah.
They got 1 million now? Okay.
If anybody
for
remembers them from back in the day, local group from Louisville, right? They're all from Louisville, yeah. Well, the band was at least formed in Louisville. But yeah, I mean, 1 million views or 1 million plays on Spotify.
They deserve it. They've been doing it a while. I know they. I remember I really loved that. They were featured on a song with Nappy Roots. My old home. Yes. Love that. I still play that every now and then. That's great.
Yeah, that's pretty awesome. So it's good to see that artists from Louisville are persisting through generational gaps, even if it's in small ways like that. Like, they're obviously not getting the plays that like Jack Harlow is right now, but it's all a journey. Like, who knows, they in a large way could have helped pave the way for somebody like Jack Harlow to get his exposure in Louisville.
Right, and that's all it takes. Tomorrow we could hear Jack Harlow, and I'm totally guessing, I'm making this up. Tomorrow we could say that he was inspired by the Hillbillies or something like that. That's one of the local acts that he was listening to growing up, and then that could give them another 1 million views tomorrow. So, keep it up, guys. That's awesome.
Yeah, and I mean, they still seem fairly active from what I can tell. They have records out as recent as 2016, so and they've been in Leo numerous times throughout the years, so.
What's Leo?
Leo, the the local Louisville entertainment magazine.
Well, I've never heard of them.
Yeah, well, they've been in there a few times apparently. I guess that's all for today. Be blessed. Bless someone around you.
See you next week.